All right, my friends. Hello. I miss you guys. This is the first full class I've ever done online, so might be a little rough, but I'll do my best. Something I love to do when I take classes online, and this is just me personally, and just an invitation if it resonates for you, but I like to turn on music. So if you're somebody who likes to practice with a little bit of music in the background, turn on some music. You can use my Spotify playlists if you want. I have like hundreds of them on there. My Spotify name is Katie Calvert Shifkin. If you don't know how to spell it, then you can message me. And yeah, put on some music and then just make this whatever you need. So it'll be a power flow class. It won't be probably as hard as some of the classes I teach in the studio, just because I don't know if I can talk and do it at the same time. But yeah, just make it whatever you need it to be, and we'll see how it goes. So let's start in child's pose. So go ahead and come to your mat. I like my knees a little bit wider than my hips, big toes touch behind me. Some people like their knees together, so whatever feels best for you. And then reach your hips back towards your heels, rest your forehead down on your mat. And take just a moment to ground down, so feel the ground underneath you. Give all of your weight to it. Breathe down into your low back, into your hips. And actually, let's start with 3 big, huge breaths. So next time you breathe in, fill up as big as you can. Hold in fullness. And then big audible sigh out your mouth. Again, just like that, inhale, fill up. Hold at the top. Sip in a little bit more. Exhale, open mouth, sigh, release. And then one more time, biggest inhale you've taken all day long. Hold in fullness, soften around your held breath. And then out your mouth, let it go. All right, start to cultivate Ujjayi breath. So in and out through your nose, gently constrict the muscles in the back of your throat. And see if you can start to create that oceanic sound with your breath. So each time you breathe in, it's almost like you're taking a gasp, but just in very, very slow motion. Feel your belly inflate, your ribs inflate, your chest inflate, your side bodies expand. And then each time you exhale, it's like you're fogging up a window, but with your lips closed, lips sealed gently. And at the end of each exhale, pull your navel, your belly button in and up towards your spine, and feel that connection to your center, to your intrinsic strength. So take a moment to just simply be here and find your breath. Find a rhythm to your breath. And if there is an intention that you'd like to bring into your practice today, take just a moment to complete your thoughts. And then one more time, big, huge inhale, fill up as big as you can. Think of breathing in your intention, moving it into all the little spaces inside of your body. And then big open mouth exhale and just send it out into the universe. Let it go. Come back to Ujjayi breath. Rise up to hands and knees. Start to move through either cat-cow. So inhale to lift the crown of your head and your tailbone. Spread your front ribs. Squeeze the bottom tips of your shoulder blades towards your spine. And exhale to round, curl in. So chin to chest. Belly button drops in and up, and your tailbone reaches down towards the ground. And go back and forth through just those 2 movements, or if you want to get a little more creative, intuitive, then you're more than welcome to. So if it would feel good, maybe you circle your hips around. Maybe you move your hips from side to side. You come all the way forward towards cobra or even scorpion cobra. take it all the way back into a child's pose or just towards child's pose. So from your hands and your knees, how many shapes can you find with your body? How many shapes can you create? How many ways can you explore? If you want to stretch into your wrists, you might spin your fingers out to the sides. You might spin your fingers back towards your knees. Just rock gently forward and back, side to side, or even around in little circles. So give yourself about 3 to 5 more breaths, just exploring. Feel free to keep your eyes closed, so allow yourself to go inward. And the nice thing about being by ourselves, I guess, is that you don't have to worry how you look, you don't have to worry how anybody else looks. Nobody is judging you, so just make it feel good in your body. And then when you're ready, when you're complete with this movement, we'll all meet back in downward facing dog. First down dog of practice. So as you move into down dog, make sure your fingers are spreading nice and wide. Think of gripping the ground with the pads of your fingertips. See if you can find lots of length and strength in your arms. So think of pushing the ground away from you with your hands, and then shoulders really strong and broad. And think of pressing your chest back by using the mobility in your mid-spine rather than in your shoulder girdle. See how high you can lift your hips, your sit bones. Imagine there's a string attached to your belly button and it's pulling up towards the ceiling. If it feels good, keep a deep bend in your knees. If it feels good, pedal out your heels. Sometimes I like to lift my toes up and spread them, so even if you can't touch your heels to the ground, lift your toes, spread them, and see if you can feel that stretch down the backs of your legs. If you want, you could even walk your feet out to the width of your mat and transfer your weight from side to side. So right hand presses down as your left heel works closer to the ground and your hips shift to the left. And then switch sides. Left hand presses down, right heel presses back, hip shift over to the right. You can just explore it at your own time and pace, in your own way, in your own body. And just notice how it feels. Take a couple more big deep breaths. See if you can figure out how to use your breath to create more space inside your body. Take one more big inhale, and then as you exhale, look forward to the top of your mat, step, tiptoe, or hop forward fold. Pause here for a moment, feet about hips width distance apart, or maybe even a little bit wider. Grab opposite elbows, ragdoll pose. Let your torso be heavy, let your torso swing or sway or bob. Head is heavy, so relax your neck. Notice where you're holding the weight in your feet. Try not to rock back into your heels, so keep a little bend in your knees or even a big bend. Weight slightly forward, root down into the inner edges especially, and think of moving your inner thighs back, wide, and apart so your sit bones broaden and your low back lengthens. If you want, soften all the muscles in your face and buzz your lips like a horse. You can do that a couple more times. You have to relax all your face muscles to make that noise, so it's a really good way to find softening. Just notice, feel, and observe. So physical sensations, maybe emotions that are there. And feel your breath moving through you. Next time you breathe in, come to your halfway lift. You can bring your feet in a little bit closer if you prefer that. So pause here, take a moment, bend your knees a little bit or even a lot, and see if you can reach the top of your head further forward, lengthen through your neck, the back of your neck. Now draw your belly button in and up, lengthen your side bodies. So keeping all this length in your spine, can you now work your legs towards straight by lifting your sit bones up and pressing the tops of your thighs back. So you should feel a line of tension down the backs of your legs. Spine still long. Take one more big inhale, lots of length, lots of space, and exhale, release, forward fold. Do that one more time. So inhale, halfway lift, top of your head reaches forward, tops of your thighs press back, sit bones broaden and lift. Exhale, bow, And then this time, inhale to your halfway lift, bring your hands to your hips. Now press down so firmly into your feet that you feel the tops of your glutes draw down towards your heels. It's a subtle movement. Keep that, lead with your heart, rise to stand. Inhale, arms to the sky, big full body stretch. Exhale, hands to your heart center, and maybe come back to your intention. Flow with your breath, inhale, high mountain. Exhale, slow swan dive down, heart leads. Inhale, spinal extension, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, let it go, forward fold. Root through your feet, reverse swan dive to stand, inhale, stretch tall. Exhale, hands to heart. Again, just like that, inhale, arms to the sky. Ride your breath down slowly, traction out your spine as you dive. Halfway lift as you breathe in. And exhale, release, let it go, forward fold. Press into your feet, engage your core, reverse swan dive to stand. Inhale to stretch tall, maybe a little gaze up. And exhale, hands into your heart. All right, inhale, arms to the sky. And then grab your left wrist with your right hand. Pull your left arm up, and then shift your hips to the left, upper body to the right. So think of plugging your left shoulder into the socket. So pull your left shoulder blade back and down, and then use the strength in your right arm to gently tug. You can lean more into your left foot and even float your right foot off the ground. See if you can find more length in your left side body. Take one more full round of breath. Inhale back through center. Switch your grip, so grab your right wrist, pull up, and then over to the left. Hips move to the right. Try to keep your right shoulder plugged into the socket, so bottom tip of your right shoulder blade pulls down and in. And then big deep breaths down your right side. See if you can bring more weight into your right foot, reach your hips further to the right, maybe even float your left foot up. One more great big deep breath. How much length and space can you create? Inhale, come back to center, and then exhale, hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. So I like to suction cup my palms together. So if you have a little more mobility in your shoulders, so you can press your palms together. Draw your elbows closer to each other and try to point your elbows towards the wall behind you or back behind you. And then if it's available to you, start to lift your hands away from your body. If you want a little bit more, knuckles towards the ground as your heart lifts towards the sky, but keep your low abdominals toned and hug in with your inner thighs. So you're not just sinking into your low back. Take one more great big huge inhale, breathe into the front of your heart. Hands stay clasped. Exhale, dive down, forward fold. With your fingers interlaced, find your halfway lift. So squeeze your back muscles towards your spine as you lengthen. Exhale, fold. See if you can keep your fingers interlaced for about 2 more rounds. Relax your neck, let your head be heavy. See if you can reach your knuckles higher, reach your sit bones higher. Take one more great big huge inhale and stretch through the front of your shoulders. Exhale, hands to your low back. Gently release your clasp. You can let your arms hang and dangle for a moment. Maybe give them a nice little shake out. And then when you're ready, plant your hands and step back to plank pose. So top of a push-up. Take a moment here to just find the strength inside your body. Press the earth away with your hands. Draw your belly button in and up. And even find strength in your legs. Fire up through your quads, the front of your thighs. See if you can rock just a little bit forward and back. So nothing changes in your position. It's just transferring your weight forward into your fingertips, up to your tiptoes, and then transferring your weight back. Keep your breath going. Next time you inhale, little rock forward. Exhale, lower just halfway down. Try not to let your shoulders roll forward. Inhale, press back up. You can come to your knees if you want to modify. Exhale, lower halfway. Strong arms, strong belly. Inhale, press up. And then exhale, slowly lower all the way down for 3, 2, and 1. Belly to the ground. Inhale, baby cobra. So lift by using the strength in your back body rather than the strength in your arms. Roll your shoulders back and down, point the tips of your elbows back behind you. See if you can really root down through your shoelaces and then find a little tone in your belly. So rather than pressing your belly button towards the ground, think of drawing your belly button up. Now keep all of that, float your hands up, reach your hands back towards your heels. See if you can point the tips of your elbows up at the sky and then squeeze your elbows towards each other. See if you can lift higher, find the strength in your mid-back. Take one more big inhale, press down through your shoelaces, lift, lift, lift. Exhale, let it go. Bring your hands out to frame your yoga mat, slightly forward of your shoulders, fingertips on the ground, elbows face the sky, Spider-Man Cobra. Take an inhale at the center as you lift your heart. Exhale, twist to the right, dip your left shoulder down. Inhale, come back to center, press into your fingertips, tone your belly. Exhale, twist to the left, right shoulder dips down. Inhale, come back to center. Go once more to each side at your own time and pace. Move with your breath. And then eventually exhale to release it down. Downward facing dog. Find your way back. You can get there however you'd like. Take about 5 deep breaths into your down dog. You can explore it with movement. You can find stillness. Just be present with what you feel. Be present with your breath. Is there any way you can create more space? Is there any way you can be more efficient in your body? So just over and over again, checking in and coming back. Take one more great big inhale. And then exhale, gaze forward, empty out first, step, tiptoe, or hop forward, full top of your mat. Once you've arrived, inhale to your halfway lift, spinal extension, lots of length. Exhale, bow, fold in. Root through your feet, reverse swan dive to stand. Inhale, stretch your arms up, try to touch the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. All right, inhale, arms reach up. Grab your left wrist with your right hand. Exhale, side body stretch to the right, hips move to the left. Inhale, come back through center. Switch your grip. Exhale, other side. Reach up and over, empty out. Inhale, back to center. This time, exhale, cactus your arms, lift your heart, open up, gaze up, little back bend, belly stays strong. Inhale, arms reach. And exhale, drinking bird or chair plane. So bend your knees a lot, hinge forward, reach back. Try to point the tips of your elbows up at the ceiling. Option to float to your tiptoes. Think of doing a little tiny baby cobra with your chest. Make it come from your mid and your upper spine. So not just your neck. You're not just looking forward and cranking your neck. See if you can keep length in the back of your neck and find that back bend from your mid-spine, bottom tips of shoulder blades squeeze. Take one more full round, maybe lift your heels higher. You can keep your heels lifted if you want. Inhale, high mountain. So as tall as you can grow. Maybe heels stay lifted, slow swan dive down. It helps if you bend your knees as you dive. With your in-breath, heels on the ground, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step back to plank. Take an inhale at the top, come to your knees if you want to modify. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, press back up. One more time, exhale, halfway down. Strong shoulders, strong belly. Inhale, press up. And then exhale all the way down through chaturanga. Take a moment to grow into your back bend. So baby cobra, full cobra, up dog, sphinx, Spider-Man cobra, whatever you like. You can move a little bit. And then when you're ready, downward facing dog, take it back. Inhale, right leg back and up. Stretch and lengthen. Spread your right toes and then press down into your hands like you're pressing the ground away. As you press down and forward with your hands, press up and back through your right foot. See if you can find more length, more space. One more big inhale. Exhale, right knee to your nose. So curl in, keep your hips nice and high. Stay here as you breathe in, puff up into your back body, and then softly step your right foot through, lunge. Front knee over front ankle, rise when you're ready, crescent lunge. So rather than just plopping into this lunge, find muscular energy or muscle energy by energetically pulling front heel back, back toes forward. So your inner thighs engage, you get that little bit of lift, you feel strong and stable and sturdy in your legs. Low abdominals are toned, chest is lifted. And then if it feels like you're leaning forward, see if you can bring your weight slightly back. Think of shifting your hips back a little bit. Where is your breath? Can you feel it? Is it moving through you? Take one more great big inhale. And then as you exhale, airplane lunge. So hinge forward, reach back. Tips of your elbows point up at the sky. You know, the little tiny baby cobra in your chest. Keep this position with your spine. Root into your front foot. Float your back leg up. See if you can get your back heel level with your front shoulders. One more full round of breath. And then land back in crescent. So left toes to the back of your mat, arms to the sky. Big inhale. Exhale, bring your hands to the ground. Standing split, so right foot roots down, left leg floats up. Doesn't matter how high your left leg goes, just find your own edge. So mine looks nothing like the splits, and that's okay. You can stay where you're at, simply breathe, let your neck relax. Maybe you want to wrap your right arm behind your right leg. Maybe you want to plant your hands and lift up to your right tiptoe, so setting up for handstand hops. Feel that lift coming from your center. If you would like, option to take a few little hops, use your right leg as a springboard. Keep breathing, keep your left leg straight, strong, and powerful. And wherever you're at, 2 more full rounds, working your standing splits or playing with handstand. Take one more big inhale. And then exhale, forward fold, left foot comes down next to right. Bring your big toes to touch and curl into a little tiny potato bug ball. So your heels can lift, butt towards the ground and forehead towards your knees. You can press your hands down into the ground and forward, kind of use that as leverage. Or if you want, see if you can wrap your arms around the fronts of your shins and really squeeze. Find your breath. If you've lost it, breathe into your back body. The next time you inhale, halfway lift. So heels on the ground, spinal extension. Exhale, bow, fold in. Root through your feet and slowly rise all the way up to stand. Inhale, stretch your arms to the sky. And then pause here, float your left knee up, standing staff. Flex your left toes. Draw your low, deep abdominals in. See if you can reach higher. One more big inhale. Exhale, figure 4 with your legs. So outer left ankle, top of your right thigh, sit back. See if you can reach both sit bones back. And keep your heart lifted, your low abdominal stone. Flex your left toes. Press your outer ankle into your thigh and energetically think of pulling your left knee towards the left side of the room or over to the left. Keep the weight back in your right heel rather than your right toes. So you can sit a little bit deeper. Breathe down into your outer left hip. One more big breath. Inhale, come back to standing staff. Option to extend your left leg forward, kick forward. Exhale, set your left foot down and slowly dive down, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, plant your hands, step or lie flat back. Try to keep your exhale going as you lower. Inhale to lift your heart, shoulders back and down. Exhale takes you back, downward facing dog.
Hi, this little girl. Hello, sweetie.
All right, inhale, left leg to the sky. Press forward and down with your hands. Press up and back with your left foot. Spread your left toes. See how much length you can possibly create. Take one more great big huge inhale. And then exhale, knee to your nose, curl and round your spine. Stay here, breathe in. You should be high on the ball of your back foot. Exhale, step your left foot through. Front knee over front ankle, rise up to your crescent lunge. So again, rather than plopping into it, find that little bit of lift. Stability through your legs, tone through your belly. Weight nice and centered. So again, try not to lean forward or reach forward. Reach straight up and lift through your heart. Squeeze through your inner thighs. Take one more big in breath. Exhale, airplane lunge, hinge forward, reach back. Tips of elbows point up. Lift through your chest, but keep that diagonal line from the top of your head back to your heel. Now, root down into your front foot. Keep the same shape with your spine. Float your back leg up. Airplane pose, Dekasana, so full airplane. Keep your hips square and see if you can get your back heel level with your front shoulder. Doesn't matter if it happens, just have that intention. If you're falling in and out, no big deal. Take one more round. Inhale, come back to crescent lunge. So right toes to the back of your mat, arms to the sky, maybe a little gaze up. Exhale, hands down. Standing split, so right leg lifts. You can keep a little bend in your standing leg. You can let your neck relax, your head be heavy. If you want more of a challenge, maybe you wrap one or both arms behind your left leg. If you want to play with handstand hops or even just lifting up to your left heel, go for it. If you're playing with handstand hops, try to keep your hips square, your right leg straight and strong, and just use your left leg as a springboard. Keep breathing. Take one more big inhale, see if you can reach your right toes just a teeny tiny bit higher. Exhale, forward fold. Bring your big toes to touch, little gap in between your heels. And then find your little tiny potato bug ball, so tuck and curl. Round your spine, as small as you can. Maybe wrap your arms around the fronts of your shins and squeeze. Breathe into your back body, your back ribs. Next time you inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Root through your feet and rise all the way up. Inhale, take your arms up. Float your right knee up, standing staff. Flex your toes. Draw your lowest, deepest abdominals in. Reach up as high as you can. One more big in breath. And exhale, figure four, so outer right ankle, top of your left thigh. Sit back into a one-legged chair, hands at your heart, waving your left heel. Press actively through your outer ankle and energetically think of pulling your right knee towards the right side of the room. Slow, steady breath. Breathe down into your outer right hip. Keep reaching both sit bones back. Little lift in your chest, little tone in your belly. And one last round. Big, huge breath. Inhale, standing staff. Option to extend your right leg forward. Try not to lean back. And then set your right foot down and dive down. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Breathe in. And exhale, plant your hands. Step or hop back. Take your vinyasa. You can always skip it if you'd rather. Take some cat-cows instead. We'll see you back in downward facing dog. So take a moment, just notice how you feel. Notice how you are, notice how your body feels, your breath. Big, huge inhale, fill up. And then exhale, gaze forward, empty out, step or light hop, forward fold, top of your mat. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, bow, fold. Root through your feet and rise. Inhale, arms to the sky, stretch. Exhale, hands to heart. So all of that breath to movement with control and intention, just like a moving meditation. Inhale, high mountain. Grab your left wrist, exhale, up and over to the right, hips move to the left, empty out. Inhale, come through center. Switch your grip. Exhale, up and over, other side. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, cactus your arms, lift your heart, open up. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, chair plane or drinking bird. So hinge forward, reach back, maybe heels lift. Maybe heels stay lifted, high mountain, breathe in, lots of length, super tall. And exhale, follow your breath down, slowly forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, plant your hands, step or float back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, grow into your back bend, shoulders back and down. Exhale, downward facing dog. Great big inhalation, take your right leg high. Use your core strength. Exhale, softly step your right foot to the top of your yoga mat. Inhale, crescent lunge, rise up, reach up, maybe gaze up. And exhale, your choice, either airplane lunge or full airplane, so possibly fly. Inhale, back to crescent, left toes to the back of your mat, arms reach. Exhale, hands to the ground. Inhale, standing splits, left leg lifts. You can take one hop if you want. Exhale, forward fold, tuck and curl. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Root through your feet and rise. Inhale, reach your arms up, float your left knee up, flex your toes. Exhale, figure four, sit back, get low. Hands to heart. Inhale, standing staff, maybe extend your left leg forward. And exhale, set your left foot down, dive down. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, plant your hands, step or light hop back, move through your vinyasa or skip it, and we'll see you in down dog. Move slowly with your breath. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, softly step your left foot through. Root through your feet and rise. Breathe in, crescent lunge. Exhale, yogi's choice, airplane lunge or full airplane fly. Inhale, back to crescent with control. And exhale, hands to the earth. Inhale, standing splits, one hop if you want. Exhale, tuck and curl, little tiny potato bug ball, get small, empty out. Inhale, spinal extension, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Root through your feet, rise. Inhale, arms to the sky, and right knee floats up. Exhale, figure four, sit back. One-legged chair. Inhale, standing staff, option to extend your right leg forward, low abdominals draw in. Exhale, right foot down, dive down, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. And exhale, plant your hands, step or float. Move through your vinyasa, see you back in down dog. Skip it if you'd rather. Always an option. Take a great big inhale into your dog pose. And then big exhale out your mouth. You've got one more round. Breathe in. Exhale, look forward, empty out, step or float, forward fold, top of your mat. Halfway lift, big inhalation as you lengthen. Exhale, bow. Press into your feet and rise. Inhale to stretch tall. Exhale, hands to heart. So once more, moving meditation, inhale, high mountain. Grab your left wrist up and over as you exhale. Reach to the right, hips move to the left. Inhale, come through center. Switch your grip. Exhale, other side as far as you can reach, empty out. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, cactus your arms, lift and open. Low abdominals stay toned and strong. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, chair plane or drinking bird. So option to float to your tiptoes. Inhale, high mountain. Maybe he'll stay lifted. Maybe he'll stay lifted. Dive down slowly, forward fold. Exhale. Heels on the ground, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step or hop. Keep that exhale going, chaturanga. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, hips lift. Big inhalation, right leg high, spread your toes. Use your core strength. Exhale, step your right foot through, low lunge. Root through your feet, slow rise, crescent, breathe in. Exhale, your choice, airplane lunge or full airplane, option to fly. Inhale, back to crescent. And exhale, hands to the earth. Standing splits with your in-breath, maybe take one hop. Exhale, tuck and curl, get small, little tiny ball. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Root through your feet and rise. Inhale, arms reach up, left knee floats up. Flex your toes, exhale, figure four, sit back. Weight in your right heel. Inhale, back to standing staff, maybe left leg extends. Exhale, set your left foot down, follow your breath down. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, step or float, move through your vinyasa or skip it. We'll see you in down dog. Inhale, lift your heart. Big breaths. Exhale, lift your hips. Inhale, left leg high. You're almost there. Exhale, step your left foot to the top of your mat, soft as you can. Hip in. Inhale, rise, crescent. Exhale, airplane lunge or full airplane. Inhale, back to crescent. Exhale, hands to the ground. Standing splits, option to hop if you want, breathe in. Exhale, tuck and curl, little tiny ball, get small. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Root through your feet and rise. Inhale, take your arms up and float your right knee up, flex your toes. Exhale, figure four, sit low. Reach your butt back. Inhale, standing staff, hug your inner thighs in, maybe extend your right leg forward. Exhale, right foot to the ground, follow your breath down, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. And exhale one more time, move through your vinyasa. This time end up wherever you'd like, child's pose, embryo pose, hero's pose, down dog. Give yourself about 5 breaths to just check in and come back. So feel all the energy moving through your body, the energy you've created with mindful movement and conscious breathing. Maybe take a moment to come back to your intention. If you've lost track of your breath, if it's sped up, or if you can't even feel it anymore, you can't even follow it anymore, now is your time to slow it down, to smooth it out. So just checking back in and becoming present once again. Notice, feel, and observe. And give yourself about 2 more rounds. And then we'll meet back in downward facing dog when you're ready. All right, from your down dog, next time you breathe in, right leg to the sky. Try not to shift through your hands or your shoulders. Open your right hip, so bend your right knee reaches out to the right, and then if you can, reach your right knee up towards the sky. Try not to sink over to the left or lean over to the left. Active through your right foot, take one more big inhale, lift. Exhale, right knee, left elbow as close as you can come. Use your obliques, your side abdominals, hips level with shoulders, chest square to the ground. Inhale, back up, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee, right elbow, or the outside of your tricep. You can add a push-up if you want. Bend your elbows, don't let your butt sink. Inhale, three-legged dog, take it back up. And then last one, knee to your nose, curl in, hollow out. Softly step your right foot to the top of your yoga mat. This time, keep your left hand on the ground, or if you have a block, you can use it. Right arm to the sky, revolve lunge. So twist from your center, squeeze through your inner thighs. Think of pulling your right hip back, but at the same time, your right knee and shin hug towards your left armpit. Back leg strong and powerful. You can stay right here, or crawl your left hand off the left side of your mat. Reach your right fingertips way, way back and see if you can turn your heart towards the sky. Keep your legs strong, keep breathing. 2 more big breaths, your fullest expression. Use your exhales to twist. And then end of your next exhale, unwind, wide-legged forward fold, facing to the left. So parallel your feet, straighten out both legs. Inhale to a halfway lift. Try to keep that length in your low spine. Exhale, fold. Got about 5 breaths here, so you can work this fold in any way you want. Maybe grab hold of your ankles or peace fingers around your big toes. If there's anywhere you'd like to go, please feel free. So if headstand is in your practice, or handstand hops or heel lifts, go for it. And feel free to just play, you can twist, make Skandasana, make sure your breath stays with you.
Hey, Rubies. You good girl.
With your next inhale, find your halfway lift, fingertips on the ground. And then spider crawl your hands to the top of your mat. Rotate your toes to face forward so you're back in the lunge position. Standing splits for just a second. So right foot roots down, left leg floats up. Keep your hips square, so that might mean you need to lower your left leg a little bit. See if you can transition into airplane pose. So slowly float your hands up, lift your chest up. Think of that smiley face shape from the crown of your head back to your toes if I'm looking at you from the side. Take one more full round of breath here. Try to stay balanced, standing staff. Left knee out in front of your body, arms to the sky. Flex your left toes. Try to stay balanced, figure 4, sit back. This time, about 5 breaths to explore. So if you want to take a forward fold variation, if you want to twist or find an arm balance, go for it. Wherever you choose to be, breath is right there with you. So your practice, what will best serve you in this moment. Slowly begin to find your way back to standing staff. So arms to the sky, left knee lifted, maybe extend your left leg forward. Hold here, balance and breathe for 3. See if you can lift higher, 2, stand taller, and 1, let it go. Shake it out. All right, mountain pose, top of your yoga mat. Arms down by your sides or hands at your heart. Take a great big inhale, fill up. Hold, sip in a little bit more. And exhale, big sigh. All right, inhale, arms up. Flow with your breath. Exhale, dive down, lead with your heart. Halfway lift with your inhalation. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands, step back to plank.
Excuse me, Missy.
All right, from here, side plank, Vashisthasana, right hand is your foundation. So roll onto the baby toe edge of your right foot. If you want to bring your right knee to the ground and modify, that's fine. Left arm to the sky. If you don't have your bottom knee on the ground, lift your hips super, super high. So rather than letting them sink, lift them up, and that'll engage your obliques, get you out of your wrist and your shoulder. Option to reach your left arm forward, breathe into your left side body, maybe float your left leg out. If there's variation you want to take, wild thing or leg variation, go for it. Take 2 more rounds, like no one's hard. If you're shaking and trembling, that's perfect. It means you've met an edge, so be there, breathe into it. With your next exhale, plank pose or modified plank, take an inhale at the top, and then exhale, slowly lower all the way to your belly. Watch out, babies. Inhale, baby cobra. So lift your chest first using back strength. And then this time, float your hands up, reach your hands back. Float your feet up and reach your toes back. You can stay here in locust or option to interlace your fingers. See if you can use the leverage of your arms, your hands clasped, to lift higher, reach back further. Keep your inner thighs hugging in, your toes spreading. Keep breathing down into your belly. Watch out, stinker. Sorry for my dogs. Take one more big inhale, lift, lift, lift. And exhale, release. You can rest your head to the side for a moment. Breathe down into your low back. Just take a moment, let the ground hold all of your weight. Maybe windshield vibrations. What are you doing? And your next about 3 to 5 breaths. We'll meet back in down dog. So to get there, whatever you want. Maybe some cat-cow, some hip circles, a little child's pose. You can move through a vinyasa. You can lay on your belly a little bit longer. And get licked to death by your dog. He's the one, he's a steamer. He's a little steamer. Oh, here. She got a bath, huh? She got a bath. Come here. All right, back to down dog. Try to stay focused. Even with my dog annoying me. All right. Inhale your left leg back and up. Exhale, open your left hip, bend your left knee. Try to point your left hip to the left, but try not to lean to the right. Twist from your mid back and then move it all the way up into your legs. Take one more big inhale, active through your left foot. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. So little twist, chest stays square to the ground. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, left to left, get as high as you can on your left arm. Option to add a little push-up if you want. Don't let your butt drop. Inhale, back up. Exhale, knee to your nose. So scoop out your belly, curl in, and then softly step your left foot through. Revolve lunge. So right hand on the ground or a block, left arm to the sky. Hey, babies. Keep your back legs strong, your inner thighs squeeze. So try not to twist from your legs. Twist from your center, from your core. Pull your left hip back, but keep squeezing your left knee and shin towards your right armpit. Twist, twist, twist. You can stay where you're at or crawl your right hand off the right side of your mat. Reach your left fingertips back behind you. Heart opens up towards the sky. Take 2 more rounds. Legs strong. Breathe into your belly. End of your next exhale. Unwind. Wide-legged fold to the right. So parallel your feet. Hey, baby, straighten out your legs. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, either fold or anywhere you want to go. If you want to take floor frog, now would be a great time. If you want to play with headstand or handstand, now would be a great time. Sometimes I like to come down into my wide-legged straddle, seated on the ground. So about 5 breaths. Your variation, your expression, and since you're in your own home, you can do whatever you want. Nobody is watching. Nobody cares. You will best serve you. Make sure your breath is right there with you. With your next inhale, halfway lift, fingertips on the ground. Crawl your hands to the top of your mat. Rotate your toes to face forward. So lunge for just a second. Root down into your left foot. Float your right leg up. Standing splits. You won't hold it very long. Square off your hips. So that might mean you need to lower your right leg a bit. Try to stay balanced and transition into your airplane pose. So lift your chest. Lift your arms. Reach back. Think of that smiley face position. Hips square. One more full round. And then try to stay balanced, standing staff. Left foot is your foundation, right knee lifts. Flex your toes. Figure 4, outer right ankle, top of your left thigh, sit back. About 5 breaths, take it wherever you want, explore it. So maybe forward fold, maybe arm balance, maybe twist. Make sure your breath is there. Big, spacious inhales, long, strong exhales. Slowly begin returning to standing staff. Straighten out your standing leg, your left leg, arms to the sky, maybe your right leg extends. Hold here, stand tall and breathe. 3, 2, a little higher. 1, let it go. Shake it out, shake it out. This is her favorite thing. All right, mountain pose, top of your mat. So you're gonna shake it out too. Arms by your sides or hands at your heart. Find your breath. Soften your face, your shoulders. Big inhale, fill up. Hold, sip it a little more. Sip, sip, sip. And sigh out. Inhale, high mountain. Flow, exhale, dive down, traction out your spine. Bend your knees if you feel it in your low back. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to the plank. Side plank, left hand is your base this time. Roll onto the baby toe edge of your left foot or bring your left knee to the ground, right arm to the sky. Lift your hips really, really high. Option to reach your right arm forward. Option to float your right leg up. Take it in a wild thing or any leg variation of your choice. 2 more rounds. Next time you exhale, plank or modified plank. Take an inhale at the top to prepare. Exhale down to your belly. Inhale, start with baby cobra. Float your hands up, reach your hands back, float your feet up, reach your toes back. Stay here or interlace your fingers or move towards your full floor bow. I like to grab my ankles, flex my feet, and then root down through the tops of my thighs, reach my shins back, and get more opening in your front body that way. So whatever variation will best serve you, take it. Hug in with your inner thighs, lift and open through your heart, stay long through the back of your neck. Breathe down into your belly, 1 more round, fullest expression. And release, rest your head to either side. Hey babies. Maybe windshield wiper your shins, or you can try egg beater if you want. So circling your feet in opposite directions at opposite times. Like you're throwing them into a mixing bowl. It took me a while to get this kind of mind-body coordination thing. Next 3 to 5 rounds, downward facing dog. You can get there however you want, whatever movement you want to take in the meantime. Slow down your breath if it's sped up. All right, you guys, you're almost there. From your downward facing dog, inhale your right leg high, and exhale, pigeon pose. So right shin to the top of your mat, set your body down gently. You're pulling your right hip back, your left hip forward. For guys, this will happen more automatically. For women with open hips, really focus on finding that stability first. And then when you're ready, you can bow forward. If you want to work upright or if you want to take this pose on your back or in a seat, please feel free. And hold this pose for about 7 to 10 breaths, so don't feel like you have to go 100% right at first. Just use each breath to soften and relax into it a little bit more. Soften your face, jaw. No matter what is going on around you, stay present and just observe without reacting. Take about 3 to 5 more rounds. See if there's anywhere you're holding tension without even realizing it. Through your face, or your shoulders, or your neck, or maybe your hands. And allow yourself to let go, to release. You might take your last big breath, exhaling out the mouth. And then slowly begin to lift your upper body. We'll meet back in 3-legged down dog. Tuck your back toes, press down, and reach your right leg back and up. Give it a nice little shake out. Sometimes I think it feels good to circle my right knee or my right ankle. You can even flip your dog if you want to as a counter stretch. Eventually back to regular down dog. Walk it out. Perhaps move through a vinyasa to just kind of reset. And then you guys, in your own time, find your way into pigeon on the left. So at some point, left leg extends and then left shin forward. Set up with just as much intention and awareness as you did on the right. And then just settle in. Slow, steady, smooth breath. Use your exhales to soften and let go. If you have really open hips, keep pulling your left hip back towards the back of the room or just back behind you. I guess I don't know if all of you are in the room. And if you want to go deeper, you can scoot your back knee back a little further. Take about 3 to 5 more rounds. let you be the judge when you feel pretty even on both sides.
Hey, buddy, you okay? You okay?
Start to find your way up. And eventually all the way back, three-legged dog. Any movement on this side that is calling to you, you can do exactly what you did on the other side, or maybe something a little bit different if it feels different. And eventually one final down dog, and if you want one last vinyasa, take it. In this last down dog, just stretch into all the space and length you've created. See if you can lift your sit bones higher. Perhaps press your heels just a little bit closer to the ground. Take one more great big huge inhale. Exhale, set your knees down gently. Sit back into a child's pose for about 2 breaths. Give all your weight to the earth. Breathe down into your low back. And then rise back up. Hands and knees. Find your way into a seat. Swing your legs forward. And lower down onto our backs. You can use your arms to guide yourself down if you want a little bit of core. Legs forward, arms forward. Hollow out your belly. Try not to lift your legs or your feet, and slowly, one vertebra at a time, lower down. And once you're on the ground, full body stretch might feel really good, or hug your knees in. Gently rock from side to side. Maybe a little bit of both. And then everybody, draw your right knee in, left leg extends forward. Reach your right arm out to the right, scoot your hips slightly over to the right, roll over onto your left side. So supine spinal twist. Try to get all the way onto the outside of your left hip. The outer edge of your left foot should be against the ground, and then gaze up or over your right shoulder. Breathe down into your belly. Take your next exhale all the way to empty. And then roll back onto your spine. Adjust your hips if you need to, so they're straight down from your shoulders. And draw your right knee up towards your right armpit. Hands at the front of your right shin, squeeze in and up. Take a couple big Buddha belly breaths. And then half happy baby. So sole of your right foot to the sky, grab hold of your right foot. Try to neutralize your spine, root down through the backs of your shoulders, backs of your hips. Flex your right toes, pull down with your right arm. Resist with your right leg, so keep pressing up and slightly forward with your right foot. Breathe. Release your right leg, take it out next to your left leg. And just for a moment, relax. Notice the difference between right side and left side, right leg and left leg. Maybe one side feels a little longer, a little more relaxed or soft. Maybe they feel exactly the same, that's fine. Keep your right leg extended and draw your left knee up. Scoot your hips a little over to the left. Left arm reaches out to the left. Roll over onto your right side. gaze up or over your left shoulder, whatever feels best on your neck. You use your right hand against the outside of your left thigh as a little bit of gentle leverage. I like to press my right hand down into my thigh, and then at the same time press my thigh back up into my hand. So it'll create resistance, you'll get a better stretch, create more sensitivity in the muscles. And breathe down into your belly. Big, huge breaths, just a little bit longer. And when you feel pretty much even on both sides, no rush. I'd say a couple more breaths here. Roll back onto your spine. Left knee up towards your left armpit. Squeeze it in. A couple big belly breaths. Half happy baby. An option to turn this one into a full happy baby. And from here, you guys, just any finishing poses, movements, or stretches of your choice. So maybe there's an inversion you want to take. Maybe you just want to bring the soles of your feet together and let your knees fall open. One hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. Just breathe. So give yourself about 5 to 10 breaths to complete your own practice. And then as you feel complete, transition into your final relaxation. So either the traditional corpse pose with legs extended and arms out by your sides, palms open. Or if there's a different position that will better serve you, feel free to take that instead. And I'm actually going to just leave you guys in Shavasana. So you can stay here for 1 minute, for 10 minutes, for a half hour, as long as you want. And for these last few moments, just allow yourself to simply be the observer. Observe your thoughts, observe sensations, observe sounds, smells, feelings. And let's just complete our practice or finish our practice together with one final falling out breath. So next time you breathe in, fill up as big as you can. Breathe all the way down into your tiptoes, all the way out into your fingertips, up into the crown of your head. And big sigh out your mouth. Now let your breath become effortless. Just drop into your Shavasana.